Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Miss Gay Finger Lakes Live. I'm going to go ahead and change the way we're set up here so you can see all of our lovely branding we have going on in the background. I'm very excited to be on here with Darnell. Let's add you in. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I'm okay. I accidentally double booked myself, so I'm at my bowling league.
Okay, bowling. Oh, we hear the balls hitting in the back. We love it. We love it. So we're here to answer your questions and talk to you about Miss Gay Finger Lakes. If you have any comments, go ahead and comment them in. We are going to be, as you'll see, I'm going to put some comments up here. Hey, Miss Fan. Hey, sister. How you doing? And then Miss Gia Bianca Stevens. Hi, 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 hi. We have some viewers. I see you. We are currently on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're all over the place. I'm giving you a little 80s moment because I have a show later. Let's see. Will Trade in the back be present at the pageant? I don't know, Darnell. As Trade walks by, can we get them at the pageant?
What'd you say?
I said when the Trade walks by you, can we get them at the pageant in the audience?
Like an artist, funny boy, like an artist.
All right, so Darnell actually put together a recent presentation for us. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing that with y'all. This is how we're going to have this night go a little bit. I are going to be on the screen and we're going to be walking through this amazing presentation with you. So as you can see, Miss Gay Finger Lakes 2023 is going to be at the Del Lago Resort and Casino on I almost said December 14th. That's today. Nope. It will be April 23rd. Wow, I'm just like literally looking at the slides and not actually thinking. So today is December 14th. We will be April 23rd at the Del Lago Resort and Casino in Waterloo, New York. I am your Miss Gay Finger Lakes 2022. I am Aaliyah Martinez. I have been so honored to have this title so far this year in my reign, and I couldn't ask for a better promoter. And Darnell, it's your turn to intro you, babe.
Hi, everybody. I'm Darnell. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the owner and executive director of the Miss Gay Finger Lakes pageant, and we're excited to see you all hopefully in April.
We definitely will see you there. If y'all aren't there, I'm gonna be mad. All right, so we have a little presentation, like I said, that Darnell put on for you. Hey, Miss Fan, yes. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is general information for the pageant. The pageant is Sunday, April 23rd, 2023, and we even have a start time, y'all. We're very organized around here. As I said, we are at the Del Lago Resort and Casino. And that is Waterloo, New York. If you have any questions about where the pageant will be held, please feel free to reach out to me, reach out to Darnell. We're happy to answer your questions. You can also type your questions in here. Any interested contestants, I do want to say, I'm happy to go through categories with you, but we're also going to do it here on this live. So be sure to just check this out. Make sure you're like, taking little notes if you want to, and even if you don't want to, just like take a note here or there. It doesn't hurt. Registration deadline will be March 1st, 2023. That is a Wednesday. And we will extend the registration deadline. Actually, we won't, because it's if we have less than 7 contestants, and we're not going to. We are, however, limiting it to 7 contestants this year. So get your registration in because we already have girls registered. We have girls that have sent in their paperwork and are on their way to being fully registered. So we don't want you to miss your chance to be a part of this event. It is, I will tell you this, I have traveled the world and I've performed on Broadway and opera stages. The stage that Miss Gay Finger Lakes is on is unlike any other I've ever been on. It's crazy. It like swallows you whole when you're standing there. And a lot of times we say swallowing whole is not a bad thing, but you just feel so tiny there, right?
Aaliyah, let me just say a little note about that, about the registration fee. So we know that $450 feels like a lot, and it is, especially around the holidays. But please note that it does include many things, including both of your hotel nights for Saturday and Sunday. It includes some food, not all food, and a really nice gift package when you arrive at the Del Lago.
Yeah. And that will include a male stripper. No, I'm just kidding. No, it is a wonderful weekend also, even if you want to come and just check it out for the next year. But I do urge anybody that's interested to actually just like show up and compete. It is a lot of there's a lot of categories that a lot of people would be like, oh my gosh, what does that mean? We are very straightforward with our categories, and we'll get into that as we get there. So I also want to add that Darnell has very kindly offered payment plans to any girls that are interested and need to make payments over time. So if you want to put that $100 down now and then pay on a payment plan with Darnell, then you can do that. But once the payment's in, once that $100 is in, girl, you're registered, you're coming to do the gig. So you heard it here. It's on a live. It'll be saved forever. Once you pay that $100, you're in. We will have a contestant registration and check-in on Saturday, April 22nd, which is why we have the 2 nights as well. And Darnell and I are putting together some things for the contestants. We are, I'm just going to say it. We're going to do a little wine touring together. If you're non-alcoholic, we'll be able to accommodate that as well. But we just want some time for like everybody to be together and get to know each other. It's always good to go into a pageant with sisters. I've met some of my best sisters doing pageants. Gia Bianca Stevens, who is on here, I believe still is, thank you. Yes, so accommodating. Darnell is very accommodating. But I've met some of my closest and most dear sisters in pageantry. So just keep that in mind. We are going to be doing some things, and I'll actually be there on Friday doing some community outreach work. So if you would like to join me for that, you're more than welcome. Just message me, but I'll be in the Finger Lakes region doing that. Our first category, and it is, this last year we changed it from red to purple. So if you're wondering where the red presentation went, we are purple because the Miss Gay Finger Lakes colors are purple. Purple presentation and on-stage answer. It is our first category. We're going to have music available to all contestants so you can listen to it, get a feel for the beat, and hear what it's like. Vita did that last year for us, and it was really helpful for us to just kind of like get in the mood to do things. Go ahead, Darnell. Did you have something to add?
No, I just got back from bowling my last frame.
Okay. Frame. Are you winning?
I bowled a 225, and that's not usually like me. So
I don't know what that means, but yay you! Sports. So purple presentation is up to the contestant to tell us who they are through their purple presentation. So I did like a showgirl costume. We've had gowns on stage. You can do an interpretation of something that's cultural. We just want to see what's most authentically you. And that is going to be your time to not only answer an onstage question, but it is also going to be your time to introduce who you are and say like what you're about on stage. And like I said, we're going to have everybody ahead of time. I'm done with one of the categories, and so the other 2 will be done this week. And we'll be uploading that for contestants to hear and see. We'll have like a little packet on the Miss Gay Finger Lakes website or a link somewhere that you can look at as well.
And Aaliyah, you already probably said this, but presentation and Q&A is judged. So I know a lot of times when you're competing, you throw something together for the look, but your purple part of it is judged, and you do get the question before you get on stage. So all the contestants will have the question at registration.
Oh yeah, that is
so.
really nice
Yeah.
about finger lakes. Yeah.
That might alleviate some stress.
Yeah, for those of you who have that like on-stage Q&A anxiety, he takes that right away by giving us the question ahead of time. So you will see it at registration, which means you actually have a day to prepare for the question. So what I will say with that is like, don't get in your head. Don't get overly complicated with it. Look at the question, answer it, maybe like run it through your dresser, whatever you need to do. But it is straightforward. We will be giving you those questions in registration. So, all right, our next, actually, I thought this was going to be my most like treacherous category, but it was absolutely my favorite category to prepare for. One, I am a boy queen, and so I always worry about swimwear. And two, I was like, creative, what the hell does that mean? But it really is that. It is creative. It is whatever you interpret creative to be. So if you want to be Poison Ivy and come out in a Poison Ivy swimsuit, do that. As long as it looks like swimwear and it can interpret as swimwear, that's what we're looking for. So I came out in a swimwear that looked like a shark's mouth. I had a little boogie board with me that had a little cutout on it. So it looked like the shark bit a piece out of it. And this is a category that you can have folks on stage with you. So we asked that purple presentation is like your category because you're going to do Q&A. Creative swimwear, you can have folks on stage with you. Should the contestants provide descriptions for each category? Yeah, we'll give them the opportunity to do that so that our wonderful and beautiful hostess and MC, who may be commenting in, wink, wink, is able to read off of that. I will also say this about you. You went around and asked all of us for the pronunciation of our name, Mistress of Ceremonies, and that is it's unlike pageantry. A lot of hostess and MCs just kind of like go on and do what they need to do, but you actually came around and asked us.
Absolutely. We only hire the best. Fantasy is an amazing friend, entertainer, and host. So as long as she'll be back, I will always invite her.
Of course. Yeah. She's our mistress of ceremonies. We can't have it without her. But yeah, I will say you made it very comfortable for all of us to be on stage, and I will do everything I can to also. And I know, Darnell, you just like go out of your way to make sure all of us are comfortable. But this is all about the contestants. Yes, it is my hand down, and it's more about you competing and who will represent this title the next year. So, okay, come on, you got it. We got her. And then, Darnell, before we move on to categories, do you want to actually, the next category, do you want to actually talk about points and how they work at Finger Lakes?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is a ranking system. And so all of the categories are even points. What that means is creative swimsuit, talent, Q&A, they're all the same maximum point value. And so first place gets 11 points. If you're ranked second, you get 9 points, and so forth and so on. And so it forces you, the contestant, to be consistent, to be consistently good. So it doesn't give someone who's really good at talent to win a pageant based off that one skill. And so hopefully that feels more fair and equitable. If it doesn't, then don't compete. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But that's a scoring system. It's modeled after the Olympics, and we hope that it feels really fair and equitable to you.
Yeah. Okay, a well-rounded individual. That's exactly what we want to see, a well-rounded individual. And then our next beautiful category, which is one of my favorite categories to compete in because it's elegance, honey. Evening wear or evening gown, actually. We do say evening gown. It is gown. So we will ask for you to be in a formal evening gown. It must be floor length. That does mean that at some point it either brushes the floor or touches the floor. It should not puddle at the bottom. And everything with it should be accessorized to go with the gown. And it should be in perfect condition. All of the things you hear in pageantry. We want you to make sure that you just look stunning and feel beautiful and sexy. And that's actually the music that I chose is very like slinky, moving with the music. I want to make sure everybody feels like a sex symbol on stage and just like old Hollywood glamour, loving life, all of that. So I'm very excited to see all of you model and do your thing on stage. I have a dog next to me that's whining because they can't get on my lap. And then our last category is talent. Also, I mean, I keep saying one of my favorite, but they're all my favorites. But talent, I'm a live singer. You can do anything. And I would say this stage is meant for talents, y'all. Do a talent. Remember that it is a big stage. It's a very large stage. Darnell has outlined the specifics of the stage. We will be sharing, there's a photo in this presentation of the stage. So you'll see how big and how like monumental this venue is, but make sure you're filling the stage or doing something that just like takes up. We also have screens that are available to contestants. So we do need those videos in on time, and Darnell and I will be reaching out to you to make sure that you have the timing on that. We are saying that it is a maximum of 8 extra folks on stage with you, and that is just for like backstage and accommodation reasons. We want to make sure that everybody has their room in the dressing room and nobody's like stumbling over dressers or dancers or anything like that. So but make sure that your choreography can like reach.
And you'll hear this at registration. Is the thing that is most important to me is how you feel at the pageant. Do you feel like you were treated well, that you're respected by the team that's there, that you were accommodated? That is top priority for me. And it's partly why I started this pageant. I've competed before. I've been in some really shitty backstage environments. I've been in some decent ones. And I want you to walk away, win, lose, or draw, that you're like, damn, this is a good time. And I felt good.
And there's like proof is in the pudding. What we do after the pageant is we actually survey the contestants and ask them how they thought the contest went and if we could do anything better the next year. I've already offered to help Darnell in the future. So anything he needs, I'm going to start being backstage more in the future. And also, like, if anything goes awry, if something rips or your zipper isn't going up or, your shoe breaks or something, just let us know and we can work with the MC. We can have somebody run and grab something. We can do whatever. We want it to be your experience in a positive one.
And Jenna, if you're still watching, who's a former Miss K Finger Lakes, I've already put you in pencil to do the ones exchange in your little cash box this year. So hope you come back to do that.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. And Miss Fan knows how to improvise, honey. Fantasy is the improv queen. Yes. All right. The venue and stage. We are, like I said, we are at the Del Lago Resort and Casino, but this photo, I will say, does not do this stage justice. And this is from the venue. So we took directly from the venue. But when I was recording it, I went the night before and I checked it out. They allowed me in. We're actually going to check and see if we can do like something like that for the contestants this year. So maybe we can do a walkthrough ahead of time and not have to do it day of. But when you are just standing on that stage, you just feel this sense of accomplishment within your career and all of that. It's just so crazy. Yeah. Yes, it's stunning. I mean, you feel like an ant in or a grain of sand in a hourglass. It's so big, but it's so stunning. And we do have tickets on sale. Are coming up for sale, on sale?
They will be on sale January 23rd, but it might be a little bit sooner.
Okay. We do have tickets coming up on sale. Darnell and I will be posting that on our social media. So please keep up with that. We are definitely ready for folks to be in the audience. Bring whoever you want to and tell them, like, bring their brother, bring their cousin, bring their sons. We have so many people. Bring their cousin's brother, son, whatever you need to do. It is such a great venue to even see. Our hotel accommodations are stunning. I was, my dresser and I were like, okay. I don't remember a pageant that had a venue like this, let alone accommodations like this. So it is beautiful. There is a little cafe and restaurant right in the venue, so you don't have to leave for anything. There's like a really cute little winery called Montezuma's Winery around the corner. There's a restaurant across the street, but there, like I said, there is one in the venue. There's a spa in the venue, workout rooms, all of that. Not even a national. Yes, exactly. Hey, Miss Kira, how are you? Just having a little informational session about this year's Miss Gay Finger Lakes. But it really is such a great venue, and they're so accommodating and so nice to everybody. They were asking questions. They wanted to take pictures. I will say, to get into the casino, I believe you have to be 21, right? So make sure that your dresser, your dancers, all of that are of age, because we need to make sure that you can get in. We're also not to tell anybody that they can't compete. It is the venue's responsibility to make sure that they are following state law. So we can't just make those accommodations. So we said it here. We'll say it again to contestants before the pageant in email, but we need to make sure we're following state law. And so 21 and up in the casino, and we're really like, I would love for my youngest brother to come. He's not 21 yet, so unfortunately he'll have to wait until I'm just an entertainer and a has-been. But we'll get him there at some point. Scoring system, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead, but it is a ranking system. Let's see. We have a comment here. If you're not a contestant love and anyone coming to support a contestant or the pageant, is there any way they can get a hotel group rate for people who are traveling a distance? Darnell.
Yes, absolutely. The hotel group, the whole rate is $119 per night. It's on the website. When you call to book your room, you just say you're booking for an MGFL pageant. They'll know what you're talking about, and you will get the rate for $119. The caveat is it's only for Sunday, the night of the pageant. It's not for Saturday.
Okay, got it. All right, thanks. Yeah, of course. And I'll be scrolling the pageant website here along the bottom. Well, like I said, we just put over the scoring system. And this will be up on YouTube and still up on Facebook afterwards. So if anybody wants to go back and look at this, Darnell did go through and talk about the scoring system already. So
we did. One more thing about scoring. It is tabulated by 2 people. I'm not one of them. I find out who won the pageant like just before it's announced live. So I trust my head judge and the tabulators. And so the scores are available that night. Contestants get their original score sheets. They're not copies. And so everything is up front, and they'll be posted online either that night or the next day.
Yeah, and I did not hear one. I mean, I was very privileged to win the competition, but I did not hear one complaint backstage from a contestant. We even have return contestants this year. And we had such a great time. It's such a great sisterhood to be a part of, no matter what. All right, so the prize award package is a cash scholarship of $3,500. You do get $2,000 on crowning night. So this is not a national pageant, y'all. And he is giving $3,500. So the scores are what? The scores, yes. $3,500 overall. You get a crown, sash, and jewelry set. And let me tell you, I am going myself to Providence, Rhode Island to work with Fierce Drag Jewels, who is returning as our jeweler. We realized that there were some ways we could reinforce the crown, but the crown is stunning. If you want to see it, go look at my promos, baby. They're up. But yes, Fierce Drag Jewels will be returning, and we may be offering, wink, wink, some extra things for Miss Gay Finger Lakes this year. I'll be working with Darnell on that, but crown, like I said, I'm going myself to Providence, Rhode Island. We are going to make sure she is durable this year, honey. But it will be that same beautiful design and crown that I got crowned with this last year. It's around the corner, or else I'd grab it. But I was just saying, Darnell, there is not another pageant that is not a national that gives this amount of money.
I don't know, but I will say that we will do all that we can to support you during your reign. So if you are looking to compete at other pageants, we'll support you financially if we can. We'll show up to support you. So while this is the set price package, there is other benefits that we are working on.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I was just saying, I'm gonna work with you on a couple other things too. Wink, wink. So, and then we have category prizes as well. So even if you don't win the overall crown and you won some categories, you still are walking away with some cash. Each category is $50. So for the winners of each category, there you go. You will get some Miss Gay Finger Lakes apparel. Darnell's wearing his right now. And check out in January, we'll be coming out with a new little promo video for those. It's being worked on as we speak. But we have some Miss Gay Finger Lakes apparel. All contestants will also be getting some things this year. And I'm just really excited about this. The crown, sash, and jewelry set are nice to have, but the relationships I've built, the family that I have now, the fact that I get to work with Darnell and I've weaseled my way into all the things he's doing now is just really special to me because it's such a great family.
Yeah, you came to our house. You did a performance for our family. You stayed a night for a whole weekend. We drank.
I know. I
had
tried
edibles.
Rid of me. Yes, the edibles. Absolutely. I'm bringing mine next time. Okay, so we have some timeline things. Yes, Kira Kennedy. Yes, come on, be there. I'm so glad you're here right now, but I'm also extremely happy you'll be there. Timeline. Registration closes March 1st. Make sure you're getting your, fantasy baby. I'm bringing them. Registration closes on March 1st. That is also final registration fee due. So if you have a payment plan, we're expecting all registration fees to be in by that time. March 15th, we are going to ask for your headshots to be due. Please, y'all, even if you do not have a photographer to take your photos, put yourself up against the background and have somebody take it for you. iPhones are great at photos now, but just like, don't give me this in your photo. We want you to be as stunning as possible. We're going to put together a little booklet for everybody. So make sure that you are looking great. We are going to make contestants public on March 23rd on the website. So all your beautiful faces using those photos will be there. You will receive, we're actually going to make pageant music ahead of this, ahead of April 1st. It'll be available on the website by the new year. So you'll be able to see that and hear it. Contestant talent music will be due by April 15th. We are going to hound you for this if you do not get it in. Please do not make us hound you. Make sure your music is in by April 15th. Again, this is all on the website. You will not need to come back to this presentation. Contestants will be asked to arrive on April 22nd to Del Lago Resort and Casino. We will be doing registration earlier that day so we can do some fun things in the evening together. And then we have the pageant on the 23rd. We want to make sure pageant day is your day. That's why we're doing registration the day before. We got the feedback last year and we wanted to make sure it's your day. We also just want to make sure that you're relaxed and calm. And so anything you need, Darnell and I are there for. Just make sure you let us know. If we don't know, we can't fix it. And I think that's the end of our little presentation. So I'm going to take this off, put us on, and let you know where you can go for any Any questions, concerns? We have mgflpageant.org. That is our website. Make sure you check it out. You'll see my face up on there. And I really am just like excited for this year. I'm not excited for it to end, but I am excited to see what y'all bring to the pageant and to be able to make sure that you have a successful pageantry experience.
Thanks, Fanny.
Hello, and every year, Darnell and I are gonna make sure that it just like twist the key a little more. Darnell, you were already on it, but I'm here to help you now. I'm gonna make sure he gonna be like, listen, minion, go do this, and I'm gonna be like, yes, sir, whatever you say, yes, daddy. You have a question? You tell me, baby. What's up, Miss Kira? What's your question? I'm going to stick around for some questions. Darnell and I can answer for you. If you need anything, let us know. I am more than happy to answer all questions, concerns, comments. And if your question is, where are my nails? I'm about to put them on because I'm about to go do a gig. But outside of that, I am really, really, really excited that y'all choice. Let's see. Can that wine be sent early? Yes. We're actually going to do some outside wineries with the girls this year. That's why we're asking for registration. We're going to do some fun things. But yeah, if you need anything, please let me know. We want to make sure we have a full packed pageant, and not just contestant wise. We want to make sure we have people in the audience. So if you're competing, or if you just want to come and check it out, if you're in the New York area, come see us. We're around. We also, on February 11th, will be doing a show, our Miss Gay Finger Lakes benefit show, and that is upset. Oh, hey! I'm like tiny things, a little puppy right now. Hey, Miss Denise, how are you, baby? But yes, we have our benefit up here. It is up in Schenectady, isn't it?
What's in Schenectady?
Is the benefit in Schenectady?
The one at the no, it's in it's in the Finger Lakes.
Oh, it is in the Finger Lakes. Okay, so we will be doing a benefit in the Finger Lakes on February 11th. Look out for the flyer for that. And outside of that, Darnell and I are here for you. You let us know. And I believe, unless y'all have any questions, that wraps up the presentation. Oh, here we go. We got one. Is there an Overton? Yes.
Yes. I took that feedback last year, so it'll be an hour long. As the doors open, it'll go louder and louder, and then bam, it's gonna be great, Fanny.
And I might be working on a thing or 10. Yes. Anything anybody has questions about, or feedback from last year, let us know. We still have time to do it. Right.
Absolutely. So on the 22nd, we're working on a wine tour for the contestants and formers. So that's something that once you register, you'll get more details on. We already have our first corporate sponsor, and they're sponsoring thousands of dollars. And we're working on more. So the more and more sponsors that we get, we're going to be able to make this great, because my bank account, woo! And we'll be putting out a call for an ambassador program that you can participate in. So look for that on Aaliyah's social media, on my social media, on the website.
Yes, we're very excited about that. And that corporate sponsor is paying for my Cirque du Soleil dancers, right? No, I'm kidding. I love you all. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to go gig. Darnell, you better pull an amazing game. We will see you around. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.